I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says if the weather's clear.
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Barn Grill and Mike Heads and Drew Forrest. We're going to go through the Sunday, July the 3rd races at Hastings. 8 races on tap. Should be a great afternoon. Weather's supposed to be spectacular.
As we mentioned, as of tape, and of course, we do run on Friday, first post 150, and then Sunday. So you all have the day off on Saturday. But a good card they put together for the Sunday card. 8 races, as you mentioned. We got 9 on Friday, 8 nice races on Sunday. The first one, kicking it off, is a 16,000 non-2, non-3 for older colts and geldings. Going 6.5 furlongs. I landed on Creus here. I've always liked this horse. He was one of the nicer 3-year-olds around these parts last year, knocking heads with all the best horses. He kept running into Bluegrass Angus and Cats on Fire.
He ran his stakes horses that were running in the Derbies.
Yeah, he ran very nice little 3-year-old. 4-year-old year. Goes in for 16,000, first out of the box for Mike Anderson. I like Creus in here. I've always liked this guy. I picked him a lot. Have to pick him for 16,000. The second spot I put Southern Casanova, who won this race twice. Won it once. So broke his maiden for 12.5, then won this race. Dead heated with It's in Command. Then he went up to try to tackle an optional 25 with Twist Grips and, much tougher horses. Only got beat 4.5. Comes back down to $16,000 level. He should be a handful in here. And I put Silent Native. He just won this race on a head end, beating heavily favored Merlot and just gliding around there, winning by a head. Amadeo Perez picks up the call on him. I went 4, 5, and 3. I left out Shoe Swap, I know.
Did he scratch? No, Shoe Swap. I like Shoe Swap. I think this horse is going to get the lead. He is better than an $8,000 horse that was taking advantage of conditions and not a lot of claiming going on. It's the only reason probably he was in for $8,000. He won. It was by diminishing 3/4 of a length against Stone Ridge Ruler, who would get clobbered in this race. But I mean, Shoe Swap, I think there was more in the tank.
He was in hand, yeah.
There was more there. I think he's one of them horses that does just enough, or does enough what he needs to do to win. And he's won a share of races. He lost one for a medication violation a couple starts back. But I mean, Shoe Swap for me from the rail. I like him. I got to put the 4 Creus on the comeback. He still has to, get back to where he was, or at least close to it, to defeat Shoe Swap. Shoe Swap's going to go down there in 17, so Creus better be on his game. And I put the 5 Southern Casanova. I agree with your assessment of him. He's live in here if the 1 and 4 hook up. I went 1, 4, and 5 in the Sunday opener. On to race number 2. Maiden 2-year-olds here going 3.5 furlongs at the nursery cross distance. I'm going to try the 7 Straight Remark. River's Edge Racing Stable has sent a few horses over to Cindy Krasner from the Tim Rycroft barn, and this one worked in 47 flat at Northline. So that's like huge.
Yeah, that's
and the outside draw intrigues me. It's perfect, and I know they do a lot of, like Greg Tracy and Tim do a great job getting babies prepared to run first time out or second time. They get them prepared to run, and I just think this horse could be pretty alive at first asking. I put the 4 horse Mrs. Sport, name for D.
Yep.
Of course, Greg Douglas's wife, but Mrs. Sport goes first time Lasix. Didn't get the best of trips in her debut, but I think this horse could be alive. And I put the 2 Kermode, who was second behind Driller, but had a race under his belt.
Yeah.
And a Star to Be ran 3rd. I mean, I think those 3 horses, the 1, 2, and 4 for me are almost interchangeable.
Yeah.
I just think the 7 may be in a different league. Maybe I'm wrong, but I went 7, 4, and 2. I like Straight Remark.
I landed on Kermode. I know he had the start last time, and that definitely was to his advantage.
Driller's a nice horse.
I like Driller, and he gave Driller all he could handle. Still only got beat 3/4 of length, but was fighting him the whole way. That's why I like Kermode. I put him on top. Of Mrs. Sport, I expect her to rebound. She was very highly thought of last time. I like the fact that they had Lasix this time. And she's got a race under her belt. She should improve. And I Star to Be is the other one out of the Mark Luce barn. I thought she ran a huge race in her first start. She fought the whole way too, and was, that was a big field of 9, and she ended up 3rd. So she could progress with a race under her belt for Canmore Farms. I went 2, 4, and 1. The reason why I put Miss Sport on top of the Star to Be is the Star to Be is in the 1 hole. I don't like the 1 hole, so I'll give the.
No, I had an outside draw last time, which is more advantageous. The inside, you better break.
Now she goes inside, which I'm not crazy about. But I went 2, 4, and 1 in the 2-year-old race. On to the 3rd, maiden 25 for 3-year-old enough colts and geldings, going 6.5 furlongs, 7 here. I went with Timber King. He is a 10-time maiden, but only got beat a length and a half on a maiden special weight last time. He only got beat a neck by Admiral Jackson, who we saw come back to win the conditional 16 last weekend. So Timber King for me. I have him on top. Mighty Mesa just got beat ahead by Mark and Mark in this same race last time. Nancy Betts having a good year, and this guy, he's got a good style for this kind of race. He's laying close, and he could be a handful. I threw Dynamite Kid in, another one that comes out of the maiden special weight. Only got beat half a length by Timber Kid. Top connections, Craig McPherson, Richard Hamill. This guy's got a license in here as well. I went 1, 3, and 7.
I absolutely hate this. There's no one in here I like, but I went Dynamite Kid. I had to pick. You got to pick a horse. You can't love 8 races on an 8-race card, and this is just one of the races where I couldn't.
Jumbled.
I have no idea.
I know.
I don't want to hang my hat on anyone in here, and it's one of them races where hit the all button and be a good move. But Dynamite Kid, okay run for first time out. Came back against. It wasn't the toughest of races. With the filly won the race, our Triple Charm, and I know I see Admiral Jackson coming back to win, but I don't know. I just didn't feel that was the strongest of races. But still, he's not facing a stellar group. Dynamite Kid for me to win it. Put the 4-horse Santa War in for second.
Yeah,
good
I like
runner
Santa
effort
War.
to mark it up. Mark, third, pardon me. He didn't get away well. He get a rider changer, get him maybe more in the game, and Santa War, and I put the 3-horse Mighty Mesa in the mix as well. I didn't put Timber King in. He's had, as you mentioned, had a lot of chances. He has no speed. I just worry there's not a lot of speed. Whoever lays close is going to win this race.
Mighty Mesa might steal it.
Top 1 or 2. Mighty Mesa isn't really speed, but Ruben put the horse in play last time, which was good. You look at his prior races. He's nowhere near the lead. He's in mid-pack, but last time he took advantage, and maybe he can do it. But I went 7, 4, and 3. I like Dynamite Kid for the Hamill Craig McPherson connection. On to the 4th race, maiden $8,000 claimers going 6.5 furlongs. I ended up on the 4 Cowboy Phil, taking a big class drop. I think 4 and 7 are your horses in here.
That's absolutely. I think it's one of those
Cowboy Phil.
Unless they hook up and they kill each other, which is possible.
Which could happen. But Cowboy Phil went 21 and change, 45.
Twice he went 21 and change.
Got guzzled up in the stretch. But this is a big class change for him. Dennis Arrojo rides. And I put the 7-horse Adams River Run. Another one went mental on the head end. 21 and 2. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Modern went 22 and 4 in a stake. Here's 21 and 2. Whatever possesses things to happen, like I don't know why, but I know the track was fast that day, but still. 4-7. I put the 5 Otis Brown firster for Craig McPherson, and the 47 Mile Stable. And, Richard Hamill, so I put that one in for 3rd. Didn't see anyone else that I really could lean on. I went 4-7-5.
I got the same horses in the same order. I think it's either Cowboy Phil or Adams River Run. That's a coin toss for me. The horse that could upset is the one we both have in the 3rd spot, is Otis Brown, a first-time starter. That one, has some upside. It's got good connections. His works look good, and the fact that Cowboy Phil and Adams River Run are both very quick, and they could kill each other. Otis Brown could come running. So, but I agree with you. I got 4, 5, and 7, but I think it's definitely. I would use all 3 of them in any tickets I have. That's the 4th. On to the 5th. $4,000 claimant event for fillies and mares, going 1 mile and a 16th. I went with Haida Guai. She's in the 8-hole, but a huge race last time. Just gets beat a neck by Catalina. She fought the whole way. She does move up a little bit in the slop, but she also moves up going long. 3 of her 5 wins have come going 1 mile and a 16th, and she's on form right now. That was a big effort from her. I got her on top of the 7, Zenita Rose, who's always right there. She only got beat a half length in her latest, and she's proven she can. She hasn't won at the distance. She's only run long 5 times. She's got 3 seconds, so she definitely likes to hit the board going long. Yep. Richard Hamill sticks with her, and I put Maurice Glory, who I liked last time. She was a favorite last time. Wouldn't be surprised to see her jump up and win this. She moves down to the rail. I went 8, 7, and 1.
Yeah, always a tough race with these $4,000 fillies and mares.
Maidens
they're not the most
the
consistent.
Yeah.
They're not the most consistent horses. Maurice Glory is a horse that can jump up at any time, usually in October, though. I went Cute Little Vixen. This horse had a brutal trip last time. Should have won the race, had no racing room or stablemate. Maurice Glory didn't chase the pace. It was 24 and 3, 48 and 3, and it was slow. Then was in the way when Cute Little Vixen needed room, and it was like the worst scenario. But I see more speed in here. You got the 5 Cadeo, you got the 7 Zenita Rose. I just see a lot of pace pressure.
How do you
in here.
steal it? What's
who
the
are you
lead
gonna,
last
who, are you
time?
gonna,
Yeah.
who do you want from off the pace in here? I want Cute Little Vixen. I think this horse can sit last. Antonio is riding great. Reyes, and I just think I'm gonna try Cute Little Vixen to defeat Zanita Rose, who should have won. Another one that should have won last time.
Yeah, she was
had a
very
brutal
wide,
four-wide trip, and was the best filly, but still she's got to stretch out to a mile and 16th, and the 8 Haida Gwaii. She's always tough at this level. As between Haida Gwaii and Maurice Glory, they're both interchangeable for me. But Cute Little Vixen should get a good trip, and then that'd be pretty tough to beat. 6, 7, 8 for me in the 5th. On to race number 6, 6250 older horses sprinting 6.5 furlongs. I love the 5 Fleming's Beach in here. I think this horse is pretty live, reclaimed by Pat Jarvis. No luck last time, but the race before is good enough to win. This is not a tough 6250. Yeah. This race came up so 4,000. I can't believe it. This is 4-4. Every look is 4,000 horses. So this is not a tough 6250 for Fleming's Beach. I like him to win it. Put the 6 down his buddy who's on a roll. Can't disrespect Nana's buddy. This
just missed last time, man.
Like 3 wins in a second. Are you kidding me? John Snow's got these horses firing on all cylinders. And I put the 3 Ambidextrous Duke, who kind of taken a shining too. I put him in for 3rd. But I like Fleming's Beach, 5-6-3.
I put Nana's buddy because I think there'll be enough speed for him to run at, and he's on a roll so far this year. 4-3-1 on the year. This horse is really good right now. I got him on top. I put London in the 2nd spot. Gets Richard Hamill. Just got beat in neck last time by Leo's in the house. They went in 117-2. He got a 69 buyer for it. That jumps out to me. So I threw him in, and Richard should suit him well. And I threw Ambidextrous Duke, coming off a win, fits right into this condition, winning at the $4,000 level. I went 6-1-3 in the 6th. On to the 7th. Fillies and Mares, non-winners of 2 lifetime, for 4,000, going 6.5 furlongs, and tough to get past the 2 here. Valid Vow taking a big drop. Broke her maiden earlier this year for 25,000.
It's now or never.
And well-bred daughter of Broken Vow hits the basement. Non-2-4. Mark's having a good year. Antonio Reyes and him have been teaming up good together. It's got to be her. I got her on top of the 3 Gilly Gilly. 2 and then 3 Gilly Gilly. Broke her maiden at first asking. A good effort last time against a big drop in Lady Cash, and she was the best of the rest, I felt. And that was just in her 2nd start, first time against winners. She should get a lot out of that race. McPherson, of course, having a good year again. Got her in the 2nd spot, and I threw Not a Simple Gal, another one taking a big drop. I was running for 12.5, and some allowance races at Phoenix making her first start of the year, and Phil Hall's horses that have come from Phoenix are running very well, so I threw her in the 3rd spot. I got 2-3-7.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see much to add here. The 2 Valid Val, your horse, she either wins or runs last.
She's
in a great spot, running against way tougher competition. She's got to be alive in here. Gilly Gilly's on the improve, and Not a Simple Gal. Wouldn't want to leave her out. I don't know how she'll run, but I like 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And my next pick would be your 7 horse, Not a Simple Gal. 2-3-7 in the 7th. On to the 8th and final. Maiden $4,000 Fillies and Mares going 6.5 furlongs. The 5 Pacific Storm was hit the board in all 3 of her starts this year. Good runner-up effort to Zygo last week. Going to come back quickly, claimed, and run her right back for the 4 for Julie Wex, and looks to have found a field she should be able to handle. I'm going to try her to defeat the 7 Cash Peel, who I thought was very impressive in her debut. Didn't get beat much, and didn't get any breaks with the trip. Was always in between horses, having to weave her way through. The first time starter, usually they suck themselves out of there. Or, she kept running into all the trouble, and which was impressive. I think she needs to be on the ticket in 3 horse Stormy Days for Craig McPherson. I put that one in for 3rd. Not your most consistent horses to close it out, but I went 5-7-3.
I went to the 4 Sweet Home. She's just because she's the big dropper in here. Been running for maiden 12.5, and the last race she only got beat 3 lengths. Forest Bliss, Whippoorwill Songs, definitely much tougher mares than she faces against her. She takes the drop. Nancy's having a good year. I got Sweet Home on top of Cashpeel. I agree. Cashpeel, I could easily put on top in this race. Only gets beat a length and 3/4 and should definitely move forward with that race under her belt. I got her in the 2nd spot, and I threw Pacific Storm, likely to be the favorite in here. Claimed last time off Mike Anderson. What was she? 3rd beat in 3/4 and 2 seconds. So she's been right there in all of her races.
She's in the mix.
She's got to be tough in here. I threw her in the 3rd spot. I went 4-7-5 in the nightcap. That'll do it for our analysis. Up next on screen will be our picks. Mike, as always, you're up first.
Back in race number 1, I went to the 1. Shoe swap, 1-4-5 for me in the Sunday opener. In race number 2, I went to the 7, Straight Remark, 7-4-2. Race number 3, the 7, Dynamite Kid. Slight class drop for him, 7-4-3. Race number 4, a big class drop for the 4, Cowboy Phil, over the 7, Adams River Run. I'm going to go for 7-5 in the 4th. Kick off the late pick 4. I went to the 6, Cute Little Vixen. I thought a wide open race. I went 6, 7, and 8, but there are a lot of chances in race number 5. 6th race went to the 5, Fleming's Beach. Really like him over the 6, Nana's Buddy. I think 5 and 6 are really dangerous. 5, 6, 7 for me though in the 6th. In the 7th race, number 2, Valid Val on the big class drop, 2, 3, and 7. And in the 8th and final, number 5, Pacific Storm. First run off the claim for Julie Wicks. I went 5, 7, and 3. On to Drew's picks.
There we go. In the first, I went to the 4, Creus, over the 5 and the 3. In the second, the baby race, I went to the 2, Kermode, over the 4 and the 1. In the third, I went to number 1, Timber King, over the 3 and the 7. In the fourth, I went to the 4, Cowboy Phil, over the 7 and the 5. In the 5th, I went to the 8, the outside, Haida Guai, over the 7 and the 1. In the 6th, number 6, Nana's Buddy, over the 1 and the 3. In the 7th, my best bet of the day, number 2, Valid Vow, over the 3 and the 7. And in the nightcap, I went to the 4, Sweet Home, over the 7 and the 5.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Just a quick reminder, we do resume back to the Saturday, Sunday program next weekend. So it'll be, what is it, the 9th and 10th? Saturday the 9th and Sunday
8th,
the 10th.
9th and 10th,
will be our next 2 live cards. Should be a lot of fun. Lots of great simulcasting going on. Can't make it out to the track at Hastings, please do. If you're in the South Surrey area, come out to the Derby Bar and Grill. There's lots going on here. Always lots of drink, food specials. All TVs are hooked up to either the Blue Jays or all the races going on. So there's lots of simulcasting action right here at the Derby Bar and Grill. So on behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on Handicappers Corner.